Class 12. Today I am going to start random variables and its distribution. First, to know this chapter we have to know some theory. I am telling you which theory you have to understand. Let S be the sample space. We are taking S as a sample space. You know, in probability we already take S as a sample space of a random experiment E. And what is the random experiment E? So in experiment E there is sample space S. A real function X is called a random variable. Okay, so in this sample experiment there is a sample space S, and in this one when we have a real function called as X, then this X is known as a random variable. Okay, now let us assume that a discrete random variable X can assume the value of x1 x2 dot 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 xn. Means in random variable capital X we are taking first x1 value, then we are taking x2 value, then we will take x3 value, x4 value, like this it will change. Okay, it will go up to xn, where x1 is less than equals to x2, less than equals to x3, like this it will go. Means x1 is always less than equals to x2. Okay, like this, with probabilities p1 p2 dot dot pn. Means x1, if when we are taking x1 variable, then value of x, then at that time probability is p1. When we are taking x2 value, then probability is p2. When we will take x3 value, then probability is p3, where p1 plus p2 plus dot 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 pn equals to 1. Means sum of the probability, addition of all the probability will give you 1 always. Okay, we know that probability will never be greater than 1, it always be less than 1, is less than 1 or 1, or less greater than 0. We know this. Okay, so what we are taking one random variable. And why we are telling discrete random variable? Because in each time we are changing the value of x. First I am taking x value x1, then I am taking x2, like this it is changing. When x1 x2 will change, then probability will change to p1 p2 p3, like this, and p1 plus p2 plus dot 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 pn will give you 1. Okay, a mathematical function fx is called the probability distribution or frequency function or probability mass function p dot m dot f of the discrete random variable x. Okay, so this fx, now you will ask why fx, ma'am? See, first I am taking x1 value, so here f means function. Okay, and in place of x what we will write? x1. Then in place of x we can write x2 also. This function is mathematical function is known as a probability distribution or frequency function or probability mass function of the discrete random variable x. By definition, fx represent the probabilities that x takes up the value of x. Okay, means fx, small fx will take the value of x1 x2 x3, like this. Okay, you have to know only that discrete random variables means we will change the value of x, and at that time when we will change the value of x, probability will also change. p1 plus p2 plus dot 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 equals to 1. fx is the function, mathematical function, which is known as a probability distribution or frequency function or probability mass function. Okay, and fx, and for satisfying fx there are two conditions. fx is greater than equals to 0, means function of fx means probability distribution will always be greater than or equals to 0, and sum of fx means that it is nothing. Okay, sum of fx equals to 1, means when you will add fx1 plus fx2 plus fx3 fx4, like this, when you will add it will give you 1. Same probability. Okay, in probability also when we will add it must be 1, same as probability distribution. When you will add all the probability, all the function, mathematical function, then it will give you 1, and fx is always greater than equals to 0. Okay, if you want to read this one, it is already given in your book also. Here probability function of frequency distribution, it is given also here and here also. Okay, here also I have written from book only, but in this one it is very large, very big, I have written in small way. Okay, whatever you have to know I told you already. Now we will go to the exercise. Now class 12, see exercise 2, question number 3.1. First read question number 3. What is it? What is written? Examine which one of the following represent the probability distribution of a random variable x. Means random variable is x, and they are asking which one of the following represent probability distribution. It means that fx equals to 0 fx is greater than equals to 0 means this two, fx is greater than equals to 0 and sum of fx equals to 1. Okay, these two condition must be satisfied, then you can say that it is represent probability distribution. Okay, now I have done already what I am writing here 3-1. For first you have to write few lines related to this one. So what you will write for the given distribution, so which distribution is given to you, question number 3-1, x equals to -2 means discrete random variable is changing. First it is -2, then it is -1, then 0, then 1, then 2, and ps means probability distribution. Okay, px it is given, so 0.114 0.14 0.24 0.32 0.28 0.12 it is given to you. Okay, at that time what you will write, please concentrate here. For the given distribution of probabilities, we see that px is greater than 0. Of course, in each and every term you can see px 0.14 is greater than 0, 0.24 is greater than 0, 0.32 is greater than 0, 0.28 is greater than 0, 0.12 is greater than 0. So first condition satisfied, that is why I have written for the given distribution of probabilities we see that px is greater than 0 for real values of the random variable x, because they are taking random variable as a x. Okay, now we have to satisfy the second one, which is fx equals to 1 means sum of all the function probabilities distribution will be 1. So what I have written, summation of px. Now you will ask why px when you told us fx, but in the question it is given px. Okay, that is why I will write px, sum of px. So first p x equals to -2, x equals to -2, then x equals to -1, then x equals to 0, then x equals to 1, and then x equals to 2, sum of all the probability distribution. Okay, you have to write first like this, means in x equals to -2 value is 0.14, in x equals to -1 value is 0.24, in x equals to 0 value is 0.32, and in x equals to 1 value is 0.28, and in x equals to 2 value is 0.2. when you will add this all you will get 1.1, which is not equals to 1, and you know that it must be equals to 1. Okay, if it is not coming 1, what you will write, the given distribution does not represent the probability distribution of the random variable. Okay, understood this one. Now same thing we will do when we will do 3-3, question number 3-3. Now see 3-3, same thing given, x equals to -3, -2, -1, 0 and 1, and fx, here it is given fx not px. Okay, so it is given fx equals to 0.12 0.16 0.24 0.32 and 0.16. now you can see fx is greater than or equals to 0. So first what you will do, you will write same thing whatever written, for again you will write the same thing. I have not written here, you have to write what you will write here. For the given distribution of the probabilities we see that now in place of px what you will write, fx is greater than equals to 0. Why? Because you can see in this question fx is given 0.12 0.16, these all are greater than 0. So what you will write, for the given distribution of probability we see that fx is greater than equals to 0 for real values of a random variable x. Okay, and after and what you will write, and summation of fx equals to f minus 3. now you can write like this also and this also. I am showing you both, okay, so that you will understand it properly. So x equals to -2 I have written here, you can write f minus 3 also. X equals to -1, you can write directly f minus 2 plus f minus 1 plus f0 plus f1. now f minus 3 value is 0.2, f minus 2 value is 0.16, f minus 1 value is 0.2, f0 value is 0.32, f1 value is 0.16. now I have done same thing, 0.12 plus 0.16 plus 0.24 plus 0.32 plus 0.16. when I am adding this one I am getting 1, which is equals to 1. then what you can write, therefore the given distribution does not know. what you will write here, therefore the given distribution represents the probability distribution of the random variable x. Okay, you will not write does not. Okay, I have not written because again I will write, it's better I am writing one time, you can copy this one again. Okay, now class 12, see question number 8. 5 defective bulbs are accidentally mixed with 20 good ones. How many defective bulbs are there? 5. And it is mixed with 20 good ones. Okay, so if 5 is defective and 20 is good, how many total bulbs are there? 5 plus 20, 25. It is not possible to just look at a bulb and tell whether or not it is defective. Of course it is not possible, because 5 bulbs are there. We will not be able to understand which one is defective. Find the probability distribution of the number of defective bulbs in a draw of 4 balls. They are asking find the probability distribution of the number of defective bulbs. They are asking only defective bulbs in a draw of 4 bulbs. Means how many bulbs we have to draw? We have to draw only 4 bulbs, not more than that. Okay, now this sums how we will do. This is based on combination. Okay, probability, most of the question in probability, when you will solve, you will see the combination sums. Okay, now what I have written in 8.1, let x be the number of defective bulb, because we don't know how many we don't know which one is defective bulb. In 25, which one is defective bulb we don't know. So first of all, what we will do, let x be the number of defective bulbs. Okay, because when we are drawing 4 bulbs, maybe there is only one defective bulb is taking out, maybe 2 defective bulbs are taking out, maybe 3 defective bulbs are taken. We don't know. That is why we have taken let x be the number of defective bulbs. Clearly x can take the values of 0. Maybe when we are taking 4 bulbs, there is no defective bulbs. It means defective bulbs value, x value will be 0. When we are taking bulbs, 4 bulbs, maybe 1 will be defective, so x value will be 1, then x value will change to 2, then 3, then 4. Okay, so defective bulbs, total defective bulbs are 5 and good bulbs are 20. Okay, total number of bulbs 20 plus 5, 25. Right here s. Okay, bulbs. Now what we will do, we will use the combination one, otherwise we will not be able to do this such kind of sums. What we will do, p x equals to 0, means probability of getting defective bulbs is 0. All 4 bulbs will be good one if we are taking, because they are taking only 4 bulbs are drawn, not more than that. Okay, and here 5 defective bulbs are there. Maybe when we are taking out 4 bulbs, there is no defective bulbs, so what we will write, p x equals to 0, means x we have taken defective bulb, x value is 0, means there is no defective bulb when we are taking out first, no defective bulb. That is I have written here. Now how many bulbs are there? Defective bulb 5, C0. Why 5 C0? Because we are not taking any bulbs, defective bulbs, into 20 C4, means all the good bulbs are taking out. That is why I have written 20 C4 by, so in from total 25 C4 we have to write, you know that we are not taking out any defective bulb. That is why I have written 5 C0. We are taking all the good one. That is why I have written 20 C4 by how many total bulbs are there? 25 to 25 C4. When you will solve this one using your calculator, you will get something. Okay, you can solve it directly also. Okay, or you can write the answer directly, because it is not necessary that you have to show this one. So 5 C0 you will get, you know what you will get, 20 C4 you will get this by 25 C4. When you will do using your calculator, you will get this, mainly you will get this. I am not showing this one because you have done combination in class 11 also, as well as if you have your calculator, please use your calculator to find the answer. So when there is no defective bulb, then probability is how much? 969 by 2530. Now p x equals to 1, means 1 defective and 3 good ones. Okay, how many defective bulbs we are taking? 1. That is why I have written x equals to 1. So 1 defective and 3 good ones. So 5C1 from 5 defective bulbs, now we are taking 1 defective bulb. So 5C1 into 20C3. How many bulbs we have to draw? 4. So I have taken 1 defective bulbs, and how many left? 3 will left. That is a 20C3 by 25C4. 25C4 will remain constant, because from 25 total we are taking 5C1 value is 5 by 1. When you will solve using combination, you will get this 25C4 value is this. When you will solve this one, you will guess 1140 by 2530. I am cancelling 0 0. I am getting this. Now we have to take 2 defective bulbs. That is why I have written probability x equals to 2. It means 2 defective and 2 good ones. 5C2, from 5 defective bulbs we are taking 2 good bulbs, so 5C2 into 20C2. 20C2 means 2 defective bulb we have already taken and 2 is left, so from 2 are left, so 2 we will take from good one. So 20C2 by 25C4. Again we will solve 5C2, we will get this, and when we will solve 20C2 we will get this, 25C4 we will get this. When you will solve this one, you will get 380 by 2530, which is 38 by 253. Now px3 means how many defective bulbs we are taking? 3 defective bulbs. That is why I have written here 3 defective bulbs and 1 good. So 5C3 into 20C1 by 25C4. Okay. Now when I am solving this one, I am getting this 5 into 4 by 1 into 2 into 20 by 1 by this. When I am solving, I am getting 4 by 253. Px equals to 4 means whatever means 4 bulbs we are drawing and all are defective. That is why I have written 4 defective. So 5C4 into 20C0, from good one we are not taking out any, by 25C4. So I am getting 1 by 2530. So x value when we are taking 0, px we are getting this. X value when we are taking 1 means defective bulb when we are taking 1, px value we are getting this. When x value we are taking 2, px value we are getting 38 by 253. When x value we are taking 3 means defective bulbs number are 3, then we are getting this. And when x value we are taking 4 means defective bulbs we are taking 4, at that time answer will be this. So this one is your answer. Go through it again and you will understand. Class 12, see question number 10-2. Question number 10-2. Okay, so in this question they are saying a random variable x has the following probability function. So x value is -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3. Px value is 0.1, k 0.2, 2k, 0.3, 3k. Now in this one they are asking 3 questions. Calculate k. First we have to find the value of k. Find p x is less than 2. P x is greater than equals to 2. P x lies between -2 means x is greater than -2 and x is less than or equals to 2. Calculate the minimum value of k such that p x is less than equals to 1 is greater than 0.3x. Now how we will find this one? I am telling you one by one. Okay, how we will do this one. So first I have written this given chart, x equals to this and px equals to this. Now first question is calculate value of k. Now how you will calculate value of k? First you have to line 2 lines to understand how you will calculate the value of k. By problem, px denotes the probability function of the discrete random variable x. You know that px is nothing but probability function. Okay, means it is probability of which of x. That is why I have written by problem px denotes the probability function of the discrete random variable small x. It is given small x, that is why I have written small x. And you know that therefore px equals to 1 means probability function will always equals to 1 from condition 2 that fx equals to 1. So in this question it is given px, that is why I have written px equals to 1. Means sum of all the probability will be 1. So sum of all the probability means 0.1 plus k plus 0.2 plus 2k plus 0.3 plus 3k. That is why I have written 0.1 k plus 0.2 plus 2k plus 0.3 plus 3k equals to 1. Now when you will add 0.2, 0.1, 0.3, you will get 0.k. K plus 2k plus 3k, you will get 6k equals to 1. Now this 0.6 will go that side, will become minus 0.6 and you will get 0.4. Now see, this 6 will come down and remove the decimal, you will get 0, and when you will cancel this one, k value will get 1 by 15. So what we have done here, because probability is equals to 1, that is why I have written probability function means fx. I told you fx, but in this question it is px, so that is why I am writing px. Px equals to 1, so that is why I am putting the values and I am finding value of k. Now the second question they are telling you to find px is less than 2. Less than 2 means we have to do only -2, -1, 0 and 1. We will not go to 2 and 3. Why? Because they are saying x is less than 2. X is less than 2. Less than 2 means up to 1 we will go. That is why I have written here. See this one clearly. clearly px is less than 2. It means px equals to minus 2, px equals to minus 1, px equals to 0 plus px equals to 1. Okay, up to 1 we are going. Now in place of px equals to minus 2, what is the value is given? 0.1. px minus 1 value is k, 0 value is minus 2, and 1 value is 2k. That is why I have written 0.k plus k, 0.1 plus k plus 0.2 plus 2k. Now 0.1 plus 0.2 will add up, so it will give you 0.3. k plus 2k will give you 3k. Now in place of k you can put value of k, which is 1 by 15. I am cutting 3 1s are 3, 3 5s are 15. It is coming 1 by 5. When you will divide, you will get 0.2, 0.3 plus 0.2, you will get 0.5. Now in the next one they are asking px is greater than equals to 2, means we can take 2 as well as greater than 2. So in this one we will take 2, and greater than 2 is only 3, so we have to take 2 and 3. Okay, so what we will do, so same thing I have done, px equals to 2 plus px equals to 3. So in place of 2 x equals to 2 we will write 0.3, and in place of 3 we will write 3k. That is why I have written 0.3 plus 3k. Now in place of k I will write 1 by 15. 3 1s are 3, 3 5s are 15. Again you will divide, same thing, 1 by 5 you will get, and after dividing you will get 0.2. So when we will add, again we are getting the same thing, 0.5 for second one. Now question third, they are asking p is x, probability of x is greater than minus 2 and less than or equals to 2. Means greater than minus 2 means we have to take from minus 1 and we will go up to 2, because they are saying that 2 is greater than equals to x, greater than equals to means we have to include 2 also. So we will start from minus 1 and we will go up to 2, means minus 1 0 1 2, we have to go 4 times. Okay, now I have written p minus 2 is less than x is less than equals to 2. So I told you that we will start from minus 1 and we will go up to 2. So px equals to minus 1 plus px equals to 0 plus px equals to 1 plus px equals to 2. Now x, in place of x equals to minus 1, value is k, then 0.2, then 2k, then 0.3. Okay, I am writing, then I am adding k plus k, 2k, 3k, 0.2 plus 0.3, 0.5. Now in place of k again I will put the value, then I will cancel and divide, I will get 0.2. 0.2 plus 0.5 will give 0.7. Okay, now third question, C number question is calculate minimum value of the k such that px is less than equals to 1 greater than 0.6. It means that first see this part, x is less than equals to 1. Okay, less than equals to 1 means we have to include 1 as well as we have to include 0, minus 1 and minus 2. Why? Because they are saying that x is less than equals to 1. Equals to 1 means we have to include 1, as well as x is less than 1 means we have to include all the less 1, means 0, minus 1 and minus 2. That is why I have written clearly px is less than equals to 1. Therefore clearly px is less than equals to 1 equals to px equals to minus 2 plus px equals to minus 1 plus px equals to 0 plus px equals to 1. So in this place x equals to minus 2 value is 0.1, then k, then 0.2, then 2k. I am writing all, then I am adding this 0.1 and 0.2, I am getting 0.3, then k plus 2k will give 3k. Okay, now we will not put the value of k. Why? Because they are asking calculate minimum value of k, means we will not put value of k. Now what they are giving in this place, so see I have written first this one. Now in this place what I will write, 0.3 plus 3k. So I have written 0.3 plus 3k is greater than 0.36. Okay, now I am taking 0.3 this side. When we will subtract, you will get 0.06. Now this 3 will come down, this 3 will come down, it will give you 3 1s are 3, 3 2s are 6. It will give you 0.02, means k is greater than 0.02. Okay, understand? Please copy this one. Question number 11. The probability distribution of a random variable x is as follows: x 0 1 2 3 4, px 0.2 0.25 0.35 0.14 0.06. Find the probability distribution of the variable y. They are asking variable y where y equals to x square plus 5. They have given also that y equals to x square plus y. Okay, now how we will do this sum? When x value is given, px value is given, we have to find probability distribution of variable y, where y equals to x square plus 5 is given to you. Okay, now what we will do, first I have made this chart which is given in your book. Now after that it is given y equals to x square plus 5. So clearly what we will do, in place of x we'll put 0, then 1, then 2, then 3, then 4. Okay, so clearly when x equals to 0, then y equals to, what will be the value of y? In place of x, if you will put 0, 0 square will give you 0, 0 plus 5 will give you 5. Then in place of x you are putting 1, in place of x you are putting 1, 1 square will give you 1, 1 plus 5, 6. In place of x you are putting 2, so x equals to 2, then 2 square will give you 4, 4 plus 5, 9. Then in place of x you will put 3, 3 square will be 9, 9 plus 5 will give you 14. Then x equals to 4, in place of x you will put 4, 4 square will be 16, 16 plus 5 will give you 21. Okay, so what you will do, this px will not change, only this x will change. Now it was first it was x equals to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we have to write in terms of y. So what we will write, the probability distribution of random variable y is, y when x is 0, y is 5, so here we will write 5. When x is 1, then y is 6, then we will write 6. When x equals to 2, y equals to 9, then we will write 9. When x equals to 3, y equals to 14, then we will write 14. When x equals to 4, y equals to 21, then I have written 21. But px will not change, it will remain as it is. So you will write py equals to 0.20, 0.25, 0.35, 0.14, 0.06. This one is your answer. It's very easy, just you have to put x value and you will get y value. Just write y value and py will px and py will remain same. Now your homework is short answer question number 3 to question number 7. 8-2 is same as example 13. Please go through example 13, you will be able to do 8-2. And in question number 7, see question number 7, they are asking also calculate mean of x. Since I haven't done mean, how to find mean, so please don't do this part, do up to this part. Okay, distribution of x up to this part. Okay, thank you.